Are you excited? I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm a little excited. I'm I'm so excited to continue this freaking game. You have no idea. I'm so pumped. I want to know. Hold on. I'm changing something. All right. Sorry, I had to change an audio thing really quick. Don't know if it'll fix the problem that I was having last stream where my audio was sounding super clipped and strange. I watched the VOD back. Very, very odd. Hopefully that fixes the problem. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to keep playing, and I have literally been thinking about this game for the last 24 hours. I'm not joking. Oh, I just thought that was my headphones. They've been weird. No, that was definitely my audio. Wait, I have one other thing I want to do. Ignore the menu that ignore the menu that's about to pop up on screen. It's not there. You don't see anything. Fuck. There we go. What? Oh. There. I'm more free to move now. Okay, that's better. I was so stiff. I'm free. Okay. All right. Let's just get into it. I can't wait anymore. I literally can't function. My brain, I've just been thinking about this game. I've been thinking about what's gonna happen next. I just want to get into it. I just want to get into it. If you forgot last time, we got our ass beat because we were horny on main, and that's not allowed in Catholic school. And so we got blow darted like we're in the 1700s. And now we get to find out what happens. Wahoo! So, thinking about the thing. I have been thinking about the thing. I've been thinking about all of these things. All of them. All right. Time to read for 4 hours. All right. No one ever talked about those who were taken away. Thinking about the sect. No, wait, please. Correct. One quiet evening, I asked Maria about what happened to them. It wasn't a smart question, but I was bothered that I didn't know about where I would have gone. Maria clammed up. She clearly knew the answer to my question, but she wouldn't utter a word about it. After a long, agonizing silence, she laughed nervously. What happens to them doesn't matter. Now, I understand what Maria meant. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Why she withdrew into herself when Jael was taken away. This is what happened to Jael. What? What, bitch? This is what should have happened to me a year ago. What, bitch? What? This is what's happening to me right now. What? You're in hell. I'm in a cell. You just go to jail? It's gotta be spicier than that. It's gotta be spicier than that. I'm in a cell. I don't know where I am on the island anymore. The room is old and poorly maintained, but stable enough not to collapse on its prisoner. That's enough to house those rejected by the Haven. In my mind, this is hell's waiting room. I'm not dead. I'm not in hell yet. But when I go, it'll be no different from here. Here, it's dark. You literally sent to horny jail. Literally sent to horny jail. This is what happens to you bitches if you don't reel it in. God, there's almost no light except for the candles glowing in the hallway in front of me and the small sliver of sunshine from a window above my cell. I don't know what I look like anymore. There aren't any mirrors in here. Bitch, she's been in here for like 5 minutes too. Lord knows it has been like no time at all either, and she's like lamenting about how this must be hell. I mean, I know she got like the shit kicked out of her last time and was like drugged, but like, I don't know, this feels a little this feels a little dramatic, Magda. There aren't any mirrors here. To stay warm, I have to huddle into myself. It's cold and hard everywhere else in the room. It's not like I have anywhere to go, anyways. I'm chained to a wall. All I'm wearing is the thinnest underlayer of my uniform, a white cloth slip. My dress, my socks, my shoes, even my own ribbons, all snatched away. For repurposing, I was told. But I had never once seen a uniform's material get reused. They've likely been burnt instead. In one of the walls next to me, there's a small metal slot. Through that slot comes the only food I get. I have to crawl, to stretch out, to struggle, to humiliate myself, so that I can touch the plate that slides through once per day. All this for crusts of stale bread and cups of musty water. As is, the conditions are barely enough to keep me alive, but that's probably the point. The Haven only nurtures those who obey it. So when's my spouse gonna come save me or something? Like, hey Niels, you busy, babe? You got anything you're doing today? When there's nothing to eat, there's nothing to do. Fear has long given way to anxiety. Anxiety has long given way to boredom, and boredom has long given way to hazy disassociation. A tired nothingness, a bare minimum existence. All I do is stare, and stare, and stare, until my mind melts, until my eyelids grow heavy, until I sink into a deep, long sleep. But I don't dream of anything. I can't dream of anything. I'm too tired to dream of anything anymore. All that awaits me is the same maddening emptiness that sits with me when I'm awake. A silent void. At this point, even a violent nightmare would be a blessing. Not even Niels reaches out to me anymore. No more visions of their past life. No more bouts of anger or desire. No messages sent to me in any shape or form. I wonder if they finally... If, or when it happened, were they alone? I don't know. Why would I know? I never kept my promise. I have no right to know. When I first woke up here, the sect heads and Lady Amorous stood outside my door. True. True. No sympathy. No sympathy today for Magda. We're really like, girl, you, not gonna lie, you kind of had a lot of opportunities to like fuck off and like do something else. But I don't know, you kind of walked into this one. Of course, Lady Amorous didn't want anything to do with me. I was no longer a member of the Haven. To her, I was no longer a person, sitting here, slumped on the cold floor like trash tipped all over. She had more important things to do, and as quickly as she came, she went back to her quarters. Saw that whole assembly and everyone that could catch her there, and she just fumbled right on it, and what a misplay. Literally! She was like, it's totally not about me, even though I was threatened literally yesterday. Like, I get if she, like, didn't understand the severity at which she had been caught, but, like, I would have listened to that tiny voice in the back of my brain that was like, no. No, you know what? I don't think so. Not today. 3 sect heads were assigned to me in her stead, to monitor me. Those heads were the very people who accused me. Eve's visits were boasting sessions to an audience who could never turn away. When I heard her at the door, I knew I'd shortly face a smug grin and a laundry list of accomplishments and righteous deeds. Eve was already a sect head, but the increased prestige that she was rewarded for uncovering my misdeeds was a colossal stroke to her ego. The research sect gained more attention and resources, and her projects became highly elaborate. After long being overshadowed by the art and writing sects, the research sect was finally recognized for its importance to the Haven Society. She would rub the daily praise she received in my face, the glowing remarks from younger girls who wanted to be like her, the popularity of her written work and projects and their influence on culture and affairs, the successful proposals she made for newer, stricter rules within the Haven. There were even whispers that Lady Amorous herself wanted to make Eve the successor to her cause. Standing before me was the likely future leader of the Haven, and I wanted to choke her out. I wanted to wrap my hands around her fucking neck and choke her out. All thanks to me and my little fuck up. Congratulations, Eve. You made it. Be proud of yourself. Aha. Of course. Cerise was promoted to the head of the writing sect. I wanted to forget as soon as she let me know. But Cerise... Wait, who was the writing sect before her? That person's just dead. I wanted to forget as soon as she let me know, but Cerise made it impossible. All hers were the pristine white veils. Oh, I see. All her meetings. Okay. All hers were the pristine white veil and dress, as well as her boasts about her newfound power. Every gloat of hers was punctuated with kicks to the gut and deep, cutting insults. Cerise loved making me suffer. If my food dish was there, she'd kick it out of the way, too far for me to reach. I quickly learned to lick my plate clean as soon as food came. She'd read segments from her books and have me recite them. Less than exact repetitions earned me a slap to the face. Sometimes she'd hurt me for mistakes that didn't even happen. Once Cerise brought scissors from the art sect. She pinned me into a shock-still submission and held the blades to my head, clasped around some strands. The blades came down, hair fell, and she kept on cutting. She cut and cut and cut and cut until all my hair had been shorn off. She left that day, clutching bunches of my locks tightly in her fists. I don't know what she did with them. I don't want to find out. Here in this little dark place, Cerise could finally be better than me. Mentally, physically, creatively. And of course, she was right. After all, I got kicked out of the Haven, not her. Ah, of course. Do we get to kill her too? Ah. I hope we get to kill her too. I hope we get to kill everybody. Can we just kill everyone? That's like, that would be like the ideal ending for me. I know there's like messages about forgiveness and whatever, and people being misguided and brainwashed or whatever, but like, I don't know, man. Yeah, betrayal, that's like, okay, real talk. Betrayal is like the ultimate, like, nope, we're done. Fuck you, fuck everything about you, fuck your life. Being betrayed, that's something you can't come back from, in my opinion. I don't think you get to, because like, how can you literally ever be trusted again? You do something that so wholly, like, fucks up your perception of somebody, you literally just have to accept that, like, that relationship is over. So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And it is kind of all her fucking fault. Just saying. And then there was, well, there was Grace. Because Grace prioritized the Haven's safety over mine, she was well rewarded. For sacrificing me, she was made the new head of the architectural sect. Apparently, the old head stepped down willingly. She didn't like her job and the stress of maintaining the Haven, and took it out on the members beneath her. Hence Grace, and many others like her, faced long, exhausting hours of work. I learned what Grace had done from the conversation of other heads who walked past my cell. She made the architectural sect's hours fairer. Members were no longer required to stay up late for their projects. They could go to dinner at the same time as everyone else, participate in other events, and socialize with their friends. And God, I just wanted to kill her! Because of Grace's reforms to the architectural sect, she quickly became one of the most beloved heads within the Haven. Many even began to call her the second Maria. On top of that, Grace now had many friends who loved her, now that I wasn't keeping them at bay. And I just wanted to kill them all. Of the three heads, Grace visited me the least. But her visits were always the most devastating for me. Whenever she came, Grace simply stared at me through the bars of my cell door. Clothed in the white dress and veil of her new power, her face always crystallized in a tragic expression, and I just wanted to slap it off of her. Her eyes shone like polished glass, her eyebrows quirked up and her lips pursed, like she was on the verge of tears. I knew she wished that things had been different. If only you had restrained your emotions, had suppressed your curiosity, had destroyed that diary, we could have still been friends, Magda. Her face said all of these things, each and every time. She hurt me the most. You know what hurts me the most? You know what hurts me the most? You know what hurts me the most? It's when you guys pick the opportune time to throw shit at my face. That hurts me. You think anybody cares? No. God damn it. I was used to Eve's condescension. I anticipated Cerese's violence, but I couldn't stand Grace's pity. She hurt me the most. She betrayed me, took my diary and showed it, exposed me for who I was and what I was doing. But I betrayed her too, by staying myself. I wanted her to punish me. I wanted her to walk up to me and scream so close to my face that my eardrums would ring, to boast to me loudly, to tell me how much better her life was since she threw me away. I wanted her to tear out the tufts of hair that remained on my head until my scalp bled from the force. I wanted her delicate hands to choke me until my face turned blue. Damn, girl, relax. But of course, Grace would never do any of those things. She couldn't. Grace was a nice girl. A nice girl who sat and stared sadly until her eyes bored into my soul. Of all the heads, I hated her the most. You're very cool, Yanti. I just wanted to spend points. I know. I'm glad you got to throw something at my head. I can't remember when I was first brought here to this place. A place no one knows. A place no one remembers. Time passes in 1,000 different ways here. The days go by in a matter of seconds. The seconds go by over what feels like days. As it exists now, my life is a murky haze. I guess I'm used to it by this point. The more I'm here, the less this all bothers me. Not that I've got much left to be bothered about anyway. Thank you for the water reminder. Though I will probably have to refill at some point because I had a quick snack before now. Gotta make sure you didn't mess up like I did. I did not mess up, but I will probably need a refill in like half an hour. Well, there's one exception. In the Haven, no one talked about those who were taken away. Speaking about them was discouraged. Those who were removed had to be forgotten. Of course, this was easier said than done. When a friend or a lover was lost, people wept and yelled in secret. Once strong teams of creatives, architects, and researchers fell apart when a key member was taken away. Grief was groundwater running deep beneath the Haven. Like with Jael, who had been lost, and Maria, who had been left behind. Losing Jael had affected Maria deeply. She became distant and sad, all while carrying out the duties of a head, all while pretending her best friend never existed. You know what I was thinking last night? I want so badly for Magda to confront Maria and call her a fucking coward. Bitch. Pussy. I want her to look that woman in the face and be like, you know what? At one point, I was definitely in love with you. But now that I've seen what a goddamn coward you are, I think the fuck not. Maria did nothing. 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 What kind of a good person are you if you can watch somebody that you love and care about scream and beg for your help and then do fucking nothing because you're a pussy? You know what? You don't get any respect. None. Zero. None. All that admiration, out the fucking door. I hope she gets to yell that in Maria's face. Not a thing. Even Grace spoke up for Magda. Exactly. No virtues. No virtues. Maria, she's fake. She's fake. I'm sorry. She fake. I keep on thinking about this. It must have been tough for her. No. I know it was. Was it? Was it? Oh, my cat's meowing at the door. Yanti got the wrath. If there is one thing about me, I remember seeing a tweet. Not a tweet, a TikTok. It was a TikTok, and it was like, the only feminine trait I relate to is anger. And I was like, me too. Wow. Funny how that works. Oh, that's a baby. I know he's crying. He wants to be in here, but he can't be in here because he's kind of a little menace. I wonder what Maria's doing now. Is she still guiding everyone back in the art sect? I wonder how their projects are coming along. I hope she's still working on her own art, too. Girl, you have got to give this bitch up. I'm serious. She stopped a while back to help the members of the art sect with their projects, but I hope she'll soon be able to make her own projects again. At least I know she'll always be bringing beauty to the Haven, even if I'm no longer there to appreciate it. I hope she doesn't forget me, even though she never understood my world, even though she was harsh to me the last time we talked. I hope she knows that, in the end, I never minded, that I'll always care about her. I hope she's kept my sketches somewhere safe, that somehow she's preserved them, I might as well say it. I love Maria. Out loud, I mutter 3 words she'll never be around to hear. I'll never paint with her again. I'll never see her again. I'll never be with her again. My throat clenches. I whimper. I'm scared that she'll forget me. Marching footsteps draw towards my cell. Someone heard me cry out. Whoever they are, at least they'll be a distraction from this terrible twisting feeling in my gut. I rub my eyes. From the floor, I look up and face Cerise. Ugh. What are you whining for? Do I have to find out for myself? Her key rattles against the gate of my cell. Great. Here comes another round of punishment, Cerise style. The gate finally creaks. Cerise shoves it open and steps inside. She kneels in front of me, trying to look at me eye to eye. I force myself to give her eye contact. If I don't, she'll grab my face. I miss Niels. Me too, bitch! This is way too much Cerise time. I'm gonna be real. Too much Cerise, not enough Niels. Gonna be real. Come on, spit it out. What is up with you? I say nothing. I'm too tired for this crap, as distracting as it is. Hey, you. Cerise shakes me. My head lolls back and forth. Are you listening to me or what? If you don't spill within the next 3 seconds, I'll beat the shit out of you. She pulls back her fist, readying a blow to the head. I don't want to tell her. She doesn't deserve to know. 1. If I tell her, she'll rub it in my face. Call me names. Hurt. My cat's fucking pawing at the door. I couldn't tell if my grandma was knocking or not. Good grief. She'll call me names, hurt me some more. 2. I'll be fighting a losing battle. There's no point in hiding, no matter how much I want to right now. Also, I'm $20 just she says she's still gonna beat you up. Like, as if it makes any difference if you tell her or not. Because she already knows. She's probed my mind thousands of times. She's read my diary. She knows exactly what matters to me. And 3. Maria. So, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to give her exactly what she wants. Maria, huh? You can't be serious. You've still got a thing for her? After all this? After all you've been through? Just get on with it. Oh man, you'll never change, huh? I can smack your face until you turn black and blue. I can rip out your hair. I can feed you cafeteria scraps until you puke on the floor. I can do everything in my power to correct you and your disgusting brain, but damn, you really are rotten to the core. Then again, I shouldn't expect much from a freak like you. Yeah, I'm disgusting, rotten, a freak. Anything new you'd like to tell me? But you know, you seem pretty down today. I feel kind of bad. So I'll tell you what. I'll be generous this time. How about a little update on how Maria's doing, huh? Huh? What? Your eyes just lit up. I knew you'd like that. So Magda, listen hard and listen close, because I'm only going to tell this story once. Yesterday evening, I went by the Art Sec's building. Pretty typical evening, really. I just finished managing everyone in the writing sect. Everything was ticking along nicely, and I nearly put a pin in my latest and greatest piece. Oh, I'd love to tell you about the writing sect, actually. Under my tender care, so many young writers are blossoming right now. They've all got more talent in their pinkies than you've got in your entire body. I literally don't care. Get on with it. Oh, forgive me for making you grouchy. I just thought you'd be interested in what your old sect was doing. Guess I should get straight to the point then. Anyways, I saw Maria right outside of the art sect building. She was struggling to carry some huge black bag. Naturally, I had to ask my fellow sect head all about it. and she told me that she was getting rid of garbage lying about in the studio. Of course, I had to see what was inside. Not that I don't trust Maria, but you know, gotta see if anything dangerous was in there. Safety first and all. It's a thing between us sect heads. Not that you'd know or anything. And believe it or not, she was more than happy to show me. So she put the bag down and let me take a look through. When I opened it, I found a whole bunch of sketches. Crumpled, stained, and ripped ones that had all sorts of colorful birds, beautiful flowers, and elegant trees on them. They were adorable. It's a real shame they were going in the garbage. Don't give me that look, Cerise. Please, please tell me you're joking. Maria let me have a good long look at everything she was throwing away in case anything caught my eye. Now, when I was sifting through the trash, I found one super cute sketch. I wanted it so badly, so I asked Maria if it was okay to have. And believe it or not, she let me keep it. So now I've got a nice little gift for my favorite liability. A souvenir from your old home, if you will. Here, catch. Cerise tosses a crumpled ball of paper at me. Without thinking twice, I open it on my lap. It's the sketch I did for my painting. The painstakingly penciled little birds smudged against the tiny folds of the paper. All that remains are small, shapeless blurs of graphite. Do you like it? I saw it and thought of you. I feel my stomach twist. And man, do I want to fucking kill her. No. I'm telling you my teeth. It was an onion piece. Get off of my trash. Ah! There we go. Ugh. No, Cerise just wants a reaction out of me. Maria would never do that. She wouldn't. But my eyes are still stinging. My throat's still gumming up. My lips are still trembling. Why? Oh, you're crying. So you didn't like it? Well, that's okay. It happens. Here, let me make you feel better. In one swift movement, Cerise snatches my sketch away from my lap. Now this won't make you cry ever again. She brings the paper to my eye level, letting the drawing obscure her face. And then she tears it down the center. Cerise rips my drawing again, quartering it. She rips it again, dividing it into eighths. And again, and again, and again, and again. It actually gets pretty difficult after a certain point, so like... all I can do is stare as she rips hours of work, days of planning, ages of thought and inspiration, all into crude confetti. As she does, I remember something from long ago. Once, Cerise snuck into the art sect and stole my colored pencils. It was a few weeks after my first assembly. I hadn't been punished like she wanted, and she was furious. Because of that, she took it upon herself to punish me as she saw fit. This would be the first of many of her delayed punishments. The day after she stole the pencils, I learned that they went missing. I searched for them frantically. In my niche, in my studio, under my work desk, everywhere. But they were nowhere to be seen. That evening she approached me, smirking. I figured she was responsible. The smug look on her face gave it away. But I pretended to act ignorant and asked her if she knew where they were. Cerise said she didn't know, that she never had even seen the pencils before. And through it all, she couldn't stop giggling to herself, all snorty and chuckly like an idiot at her own bad joke, all while avoiding the eye contact she loved forcing me to give so much. I learned that Cerise was a terrible liar. Since then, I caught her fibbing again and again and again. I learned to be good at reading Cerise, but right now she hasn't laughed once. She gives me eye contact the entire time, so she's... And I'm done. It's all gone now. Now you'll be happy again, won't you? Cerise leans forward to pat my head mockingly. She sits back, adjusts her skirts, and stares. Her face is blank. Her eyes bore right into me. Freaks like you deserve to rot here. Keeping you in the haven would have been dangerous for everyone. That's why I'm glad. Glad that sops like Maria learned to forget you. Cerise stands up again. She wipes her pristine sect-head uniform, letting a puff of dust fall to the cell floor. Ugh, prison dirt. Fucking gross. Snaps my neck like I'm gonna snap hers. Without another word, she leaves and locks the cell door behind her. When do we get to snap? When? I feel like I'm being teased. This is not fair. I want to snap. I want to punch somebody. God, please, literally, please. If anyone can hear me, kill me. Do it now. I curl up into a tiny ball. I don't have the energy to cry anymore. When does the rip and tear start? Literally, when? I don't have the energy to do anything anymore. I'm going to be here, alone, forever. Slowly, my breathing becomes shallow. My body grows heavy. My surroundings go dark. I don't want to wake up again. Guess who, bitch? Agda. I hear something. No, it's just my mind. It's nothing. Magda. Again, that voice. There's definitely a voice here, calling for me. But who? Magda. How are you not taking anything for a distraction right now? Literally, God. Good grief. Just take it, you clown. Literally, just accept it. Magda, it's me. I know you can hear me. There's no doubt now. That voice. The voice that cuts through my hazy mind like a blade. That's... The name sits on my tongue, waiting to be called. Niels? Oh, bitch. Hi. Hey. What's up, babes? What's up, babe? And, as if suggested into existence, Niels emerges from the void of my mind. How long has it been? When did I even see them last? Are they... They're still beautiful, in that ethereal, celestial way, but they look far worse. Their thick golden curls are caked with blood, their skins tightly stretched over their bones with barely any suggestion of muscle. There are more cuts and bruises littered across their body. This is what they've been through all this time. Baby. You know, your lady restarted her experiments on me. She wanted me to be a better battery, so she attached new wires to my back. When it all started, I was screaming in pain. I wanted you to save me. Ugh, right through the heart with that one. Oh my God, this bitch wanted us to save her. But you didn't come like you promised. I'm sorry, bitch. Magda's dumb as fuck. I would have come. I would have ran down there as soon as you asked. Like you said you would. Anyways, here we are, talking again. It seems I've reached the end of my road. And it seems that hag hurt you too. I don't respond. They're not wrong. Not at all. But the more I think about it, the less I can come up with an excuse. Yeah, even though Cerise and Eve did this to me, Lady Amorous gave them the freedom to make me this way. Oh, Magda, you must feel so conflicted right now. After all this, after all you've been through. Mm-hmm. Conflicted doesn't even begin to cover it. I understand. I understand completely. All of this abuse, it wears at your body, your soul. You never deserved any of this. I'm sorry, Magda. Something about Niels feels off. Their tone, their gestures, this visit itself. I know they're all calculated moves. Niels knows I don't completely trust them, and yet they still came to see me. In the black of my unconscious, as I sit on the verge of death, determining whether I should take the leap. So, why are you really here, Niels? Why visit someone who didn't keep their promise with you? Why bother with this? I know you've got something on your mind, something to do with me. You're a perceptive one, Magda. Yes, I have my own reasons for wanting to see you despite you not keeping our promise. I need a favor from you. A favor, should you accept, will ultimately help us both. At this point, I'll take anything. Thank you. Finally this bitch comes to her fucking senses. You know what? Whatever you ask for, honey. There's nothing left to lose. What is it? Well, I want you to break us out of here. Interesting proposal. How do you think we're gonna go about that? How? Ooh, hiccup. Not quite. It won't quite come up yet. There we go. Ah, woo. Sometimes I just get hiccups when I eat too much. I didn't even eat that much. I had like a cup noodle. I'm chained to a wall within a prison cell. I've barely eaten anything. I highly doubt I have enough energy to live, let alone escape. How could I help? Niels laughs wearily. That's where the fun part comes in. Magda, I'd like for you to become one with me. Yes, 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 yes. Immediately, yes. Slamming the button, slamming the button, slamming the button, slamming the button as fast as physically possible. And you don't even have to finish the rest of the sentence. I'm gonna slap my hand right on that yes, bitch button. Yes. Yes! If I siphon my soul into your body, then your strengths should return, and then some. Together, we can escape. After that, we can do whatever we want, so long as our souls remain intact. I don't have any other option, do I? Not even that. That sounds like a great fucking time. Even if Niels is lying to me. Even if Niels is lying to me, you know what, bitch? You can use me. It's fine. I don't care. If I don't accept, we'll both die as prisoners with the life beaten out of us. If I do, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen. What'll happen if I share my body with someone inhuman? Oh, it's gonna be great. Even if this is full-on possession, it's better than the alternative. Literally, true. Even if you are trapped in your own mind and Niels is in, like, full control, like, literally, I would just be like, this is better. This is literally better. Niels still making the offer while Yanti has already buckled into the backseat. Literally, the sentence hasn't even come out of their mouth, and I'm, like, furiously tying myself into the roller coaster. I'm like, go on. Start it. I'm waiting. I was ready to die, ready to give up on everything. But now I've been given one last chance, one last way out, one last way to be free, and I'll be able to do whatever I want. If this plan works, I think the rewards would be worth the risks. It's not like I have anything else to live for. Fine, I'll work with you. What do I need to do? Ah, excellent. I'm relieved you came around to it. It's simple, really. We'll form a covenant. What do you need? My blood? Do you need my blood? My whole arm? Do you need my eyes? What do you need? Just name a limb. Name a limb! God, bro, the idea of letting a full-on angel take the wheel so I can have a little soul nap? Good content. Good fucking content. Niels offers their hand to me. In the center of their palm, there's a gaping, bloody hole. Do I stick my finger in that? I wonder if Lady Amber has punched it through. I try to ignore the wound as I clasp their hand. Niels pulls me flush to their chest. Ugh! Hold on, I have to picture it properly in my brain. Nice. I can feel their firm embrace, their formerly strong muscles, their fading warmth. They whisper something into my ear. The words are mysterious. They're in an ancient language, one I can't speak, can't comprehend. Blood cuddles, blood cuddles, blood cuddles, blood cuddles. But I know that every word is filled with power. I can feel it. I ain't saying all that. I'm not saying all that. There's no. I'm sorry. I'm not saying all that. Literally, Maria who? Their name's there? Yeah. I see that. I see their name is in there. Do it? No. I'm gonna sound stupid. No. That's a lot of talking. Niels whispers dirty talk and then a chant in my ears. Oh shit, I should have taken screenshots. Maybe there's some way to translate it. It looks like it's consistent. Hold on. I'm gonna... I just for later, hold on, I'm gonna screenshot really quick. Copy. I'm gonna put this in Discord. Y'all can try and translate it if you would like. Let's see. There's the first one. Okay. And let's go through all these. Wait, no, back. One more. Hold on. Screenshot. Okay. Okay. A shift cipher sort of thing? Yeah, probably. It looks like it's a shift cipher, considering how consistent it is. Ooh, hiccups. The words are finished. Niels pulls back, releasing me. They dissolve into the darkness, a beautiful mirage fading away, and then nothing. Was that it? Ah, I guess so. Typical. It must have failed. I guess I should have expected this. Every time I'm given a shred of hope, and then like a burst of power, she's just like, whoa, what the fuck? It's taken away from me at the very last moment. Wait, my heart, it's stinging, like there's a candle setting it alight. Me too, bitch! That's also how I feel. A soft tingling in the core of my body. It's a flame. It spreads to my chest, warming me gently. It's a fire. My torso is burning. I begin to sweat. It stings worse, worse and worse and worse. It's an inferno. My entire body is set alight. Fuck! Fuck! Insert screaming here. It hurts, 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 it hurts. I'm overwhelmed. My body's non-stop burning. The sheer number of memories flooding my brain feels like my body could burst. It could burst, it could burst, it could burst, it will burst. And yet, it doesn't burst at all. I'm awake. It's cold. It's so It's dark. I'm still trapped in my cell, but I can stand. So I do. The chain links that bind my ankle to the wall clink together. I try to raise my arms, stretch them out. My injuries, my bruises, the ones Cerise gave me, they're all gone. My legs don't ache anymore. Neither does my chest. I'm all better. So what do you think? Niels? Yes, it's me. Oh my god! Cohabitation in the mind! That's one of my favorite tropes! I'm having such a good time right now! Oh my god. How do you feel now? A lot better, I imagine. Well, thank you. That was very thoughtful. Oh, there's no need for that. This covenant was always going to be my last resort. I'm glad you made it possible. Now, give me your manacles a little tug, won't you? I do as I'm told. As you should! As you should, bitch! Literally! Thriving. My crops, water. My acne, cleared. My life, blossoming, blooming. My heart, warm. Shut up, airplane. I'm having a moment. I expect to feel only the clinking resistance of my cuffs and chains. After all, I am working with my bodily strength. It won't get me out of here. But as soon as I pull the end of the chain that pins me to the wall, the bolt that it's secured to budges. With another gentle flick of my ankles, the bolt is torn off the wall. Yes! Oh, please, 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 please let me kill everyone. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. So you did receive my powers. Wonderful. Just wonderful. I was worried your weak little body wouldn't be able to handle them. Now, getting out of here will be so much easier. Aren't you excited? Yeah. Thank you, Niels. Thank you. You see, Magda, when us loners stick together, everything works out. Unhinged, horny Magda has received divine power. Literally, oh my god. Now, why don't you get us out of this awful place once and for all? Right. You're right. Let's make a break for it. I walk to the inner cell door and pull it open. The door rips off its hinges, unpinned from the door frame. All that's left between me and the world is the outer gate. I grab the iron bars, slotting my hands in between the gaps. With a quick twist of my wrists, the bars are wrenched apart as easily as copper wires. I lean out and look around. Good for her, good for her. No one's patrolling. No one will see me. But, oh please, I'm fucking begging you. Begging her on my knees to have one moment and be like, you know what? No. I have a better idea. Oh, she steps outside the confines of her cell or something, I don't know. But this newfound freedom makes me freeze. What should I do next? Where should I go now? Who should I be? I'd never considered a future beyond the prison behind me, and now that I'm outside, I'm rendered helpless by the vast possibilities before me. Magda? Magda! Magda! Snap out of it! Get yourself together. We can't stay here. If we linger any longer than we should, we'll be caught. Besides, I've got somewhere we can go. So let me get there, and we can figure out everything else later. I sense the urgency in Niels' voice, as well as an inherent studied understanding of the place we're in. I don't know, maybe go get Niels? I think their body's probably long gone. I don't know. Of course they'd know. They were trapped here for a very long time. It's no surprise they'd know this place like the back of their hand. Alright then, let me show you the way. First, you need to take a right and go down that corridor. Stop when I tell you to. Do. Niels' directions lead me to a large, winding staircase. The shape, orientation, and material are all painfully familiar. They're the very same stairs I used to visit them down in their lab. My stomach drops as I look up. I've been up these stairs before, and yet, right now, they seemed insurmountable. Even if I do have my strength back, running to the top floor would take a lot of time. The decipher is in gaming. Oh, did you already figure it out? Ooh, okay, I'll have to read that later. We'll read that at the end. And yet right now they seem insurmountable. Even if I do have my strength back, running to the top floor would still take a lot of time. And knowing Lady Amorous, the defenses on this place might have changed while I was imprisoned. Now there could be cameras. We could be taped, tracked. Hell, that might have already happened. So there may be people on their way to catch us or... Oh, Magda, you and your anxiety. There's no reason to be worried. I have a faster method. If you're up for it. Yes, bitch, do whatever you want. All right. What did you have in mind? Remember that dream I sent you? The one with the stargate and the beautiful sunrise? The one where you saw me heading down to Earth. I want to try something. I don't question them. I do as I'm told and close my eyes, as you should. I imagine the great expanse of purple, pink, and orange, the sky brilliantly burning with the beautiful sunrise. I remember Niels soaring through that expanse, their beautiful white wings, their golden hair whipping around, their proud, confident smile. Once again, I pretend I'm one of their feathers, lighter than air, carried about by the powerful wind, free to travel where I wish. We gon' fly today. There's a whoosh. My surroundings go cold. My body feels like something is lifting me up further, more than it should. I open my eyes and before I know it, boink! I'm hurtling towards the sky at breakneck speed. The little gray building is far below me. The forest concealing it is far below me. The island is far below me. Already I feel myself slowing down. My heart jumps into my throat. At any moment I expect gravity to right the wrongness of me being up so high. At any moment, I'll be pulled downwards, and my body will smash into a bloody pulp on the forest floor. But I don't fall. Something's holding me up, keeping me airborne. Something large and powerful and light. I look upwards. Bitch, does she have wings? Holy shit! 2 large wings are sprouting from my head. Yes! Cohabitation and the merging of similar body parts. All of my favorite kind of fucking tropes. When I said my powers came with me, I did mean all of them. Now you can fly, and we can go wherever we please with nary a care in the world. Thank you, Niels. Seriously. We're really just gonna leave, everyone? I don't know. I feel like we should go back. Take a visit. Say hello. Now where would you like to go, Niels? Road trip. We soar for a while, taking in the sights, looking at the horizon, at everything beyond the haven. The sun is setting. Darkness begins to cover the land and water all around me. I've never seen a dusk like this before. Then Niels asks me a sudden question. Magda, would you like to see who you are now? I nod. Closing my eyes again, Niels takes over. Their soul makes my body dive down to the vast lake surrounding the haven. Once I feel the spray of something cool and wet gently tickling my feet, I open my eyes. I'm hovering above the vast, clear waters of the lake, and for the first time in what had felt like an eternity, I can finally see my own reflection. My hair is white. The whites of my eyes are black and my pupils are red, and of course, there are wings, pale and stretched out and wide in their full glory, spanning a length far greater than that of my own body. Look at how beautiful we are. I think this appearance suitably reflects the power of our union. Kiss me! We got married, bitch! Yelling, screaming, wailing, crying. I'm screaming without the S. We're married. I'm literally we're married now. We're just married. Literally, this is Niels being like, we're married. Don't you? Yeah, it does. The shell of my body is my own, but the parts, the powers, the colors are from Niels. We're one being. One entity made from two. Two entities made into one. A union. A marriage. Bitch! I am so glad I paid extra money for this game! error sounds out of my PC as I smash the fuck out of my keyboard. Forget rings. Real love is shown by fusing with your significant other into more powerful being. Literally. Literally. Oh my god, you guys. I know they haven't had much other time to get to know each other, but now they have like a whole eternity to be in love, and I've passed away. I've evaporated into thin air. Oh my god, they're married. They're married. An embodied coexistence. I'm gonna go kill everyone! Please. I don't think Magda can describe this new existence. This new person. Magda meant high tower. It was a name that pedestaled those named with it, that elevated them to greater heights in their world. Magda never suited me as I always was, as I am now. So I need a new name for my new existence. And what would that be? What would you like to call the you see before you? Who are you? Lilia. I want to be Lilia. Like the flower. One that's always beautiful. That's always loved for being itself. Niels gasps softly. Lilia. What a pretty name. And a fitting one, too. Naming yourself after a flower that's as white as your hair. So, Lilia, what would you like to do next? Even though Niels no longer has a body, I can feel them giving me an expectant smirk. They're waiting for an answer from me. Well, let's go kill everyone. Literally. What would Lilia want to do? Kill everyone! Now that she has far more power and freedom than she ever dreamed of. Kill everyone! I've got an idea. Their beatings. Yes! Their harassment. Their abuse. All justified. All ignored. I remember the lessons they never learned. The cruelty they saved just for me. The karma building up that never seemed to reach them. I could fix that. I could fix that right now. How about we give Cerise and Eve a visit? I think I want to give your powers a little test drive. Doesn't that sound exciting? Oh my. Oh my. How delightful. How truly, utterly delightful, Lilia. They roll my new name delectably. Literally married! Oh my god! Clearly they like what I'm thinking. They're married! Oh my god. Reel it in. Reel it in. Reel it in. This could still go really terribly. They could get caught again. But I'm praying to whatever god there is that Mado, please give me the good ending. Please give me what my heart has always desired. Please. I'm like gripping her skirts right now, begging softly. I'm begging, please. The only thing that would make this better is to let me actually have this. Please don't be a twist ending. I'm begging you. It would be perfect. I would be thinking about it I'd be dreaming about it. Please. Thriving. There's such good shared existence content. Okay. All right, everybody. Fingers fucking crossed. Well, I think that's a wonderful idea. After all, I have my own unfinished business with the Haven. So, what are we waiting for? Let's have some fun. Yes. Let's. With a light chuckle, we soar back to the island. Oh, please. Pretty, please. I'm sorry I keep giggling like I've lost my marbles. but I have, so... Oh, Cerise, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been keeping well. Oh, hey, Eve. Yeah, I'm all good. It's been a pretty average week for me. To be honest, though, being ahead's a lot of work. And the paperwork, meetings, and the discipline. It's such a pain in the ass sometimes. It does take some getting used to, I'm afraid. Yeah, fair. I mean, I haven't done this as long as you, but you and I both know that I'll catch up. You know me, Eve. Before I was promoted, I was the most hardworking member of my sect. I churned through 6 major pieces in a year, and that's not counting all the editing, help, and advice that I gave to other writing sect members. Oh no, absolutely. Still, though, becoming a sect head is a major change of pace. I remember when I first became the head of the research sect. I was so young. When you were appointed, everyone was shocked, me included. You were literally a teenager. No one that young had been appointed a head before. They're literally just stroking each other's egos. Please, I want to crush their heads in my hands. I want to crunch every bone in their body. I want to peel their eyes out. It's gonna be great. But, it wasn't like the head before you was great. The other sect members were trying to cope with her clusterfuckery. You got along with them really well. True. She was so disorganized that I ended up directing the workflow and projects for that year. I had to do something about it. Otherwise, everyone in the sect would have been lost. I'm almost glad she was taken away. You know, after the other heads found her stashes of smuggled books. Good riddance, bitch. Absolutely. Looking for someone who can handle that intense workload stressed Lady Amorous out. But I think Lady Amorous heard about your reputation within the research sect. Back then, people said you and your team literally saved the sect from collapsing. I'm 99% certain she picked up on your strong work ethic. God, I just don't even care. Like, I'm praying, I'm begging. I hope, this sounds so fucked up. This is a little fucked up. I hope we get art. I kind of want art of Lilia beating the absolute shit out of them. It would be so good. And in the end, that's why I came round to her choice. Your age didn't matter. But your contributions to the Haven did. Yes, hard work and community loyalty leads to prosperity. In fact, my sect still remains efficient, productive, and totally in favor of my leadership style. Though with all that said, there were many other research sect members who were critical to maintaining its work. We had amazing researchers who could read double the material of any other girl within a day, prolific reports, creative thinkers. All these talented women were The rest of the Haven, they're, well, you know, Cerise. What the ones who aren't like us who aren't us are like. We share the same sentiments about them. What, that most of them will go insane sooner or later? Yeah. That makes sense. I guess Lady Amorous had no choice but to pick you. You were the perfect head candidate for the research sect. Skip. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad because, like, I know there's, like, writing and stuff here. But also, please, come on. You're edging me, and that is so not fair right now. Just waiting for Lilia to sweep through like a runaway saw blade. Literally. The last thing's not common in this community at all. If you threw a banned comic at a crowd here, I guarantee you 95% of the girls within would take a peek inside. That's literally what they did with Magda's diary, though. Girl, you already know that. Bestie. Only a few of us here would have the willpower to ignore it. But I guess that makes us special, huh? Yes, special. That's what we are. The best this island has to offer. Huh, yeah, we're totally... What was that? Cerise, shh. Stay. Very still. Are we being watched? I don't know. Okay, I think we're all clear. Oh, thank God. Must have been a small animal. Probably nothing serious. Yeah, no one in this community would stalk others. They wouldn't dare, especially not in their their sect heads. I mean, the punishments are severe. If somebody was... Ooh! Cake, do you ever get tired of being right? Do you ever get tired of being right? Ever. Once. Your third eye must be really aching from seeing the future. Cerise? Cerise? Huh? What? What happened? Are you all... Let me see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. Let me see. Let me see the gory details. I'm fucking begging you. What? What? Who is that? Yes. Give it to me. Give it to me. My body hurts. There are cuts everywhere. Where am I? And why do I feel so stiff? What's happening to me? I can barely see. It's dark out. There's no candles, no lighting anywhere, no sign of haven trails or buildings anywhere. It must be somewhere remote. But there's a feeling of cool air all around me. If I look up, I can see broad black branches, the dark sky above, a small sliver of the moon. I'm in the middle of the forest? What am I doing here? How did I get here? Where did Cerise go? Is she all right? I've got to go. I need to find her. Cerise? Cerise, please. Please, 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 please. Mado, please, I'm on my knees. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Begging on my knees. I can't move. I can't move at all. I'm trapped. Why am I tied down? I need to get out of here. Escape. Find Cerise. Regroup. I've got to find knots, undo them, run into the forest, and return to the haven. Somebody in my sect is bound to have noticed that I've gone missing. I don't know what they'd do if I wasn't there. And Cerise. I need to find her. We can't lose a head now. How will the writing sect survive otherwise? Most importantly, I've got to find out who did this, who dared to threaten us, their trusted leaders, who deserves punishment. But I can't think of anyone in our community that would do this. People love us. The other heads love us. Lady Amorous loves us. So who would do such a thing? Hello. Been a while, hasn't it? It's a lovely evening tonight. Aren't the stars beautiful? I don't know the person standing in front of me. I've never seen anyone like them. There she is. There she is. She, they, by the way, I 100% believe that. Good for you, bitch. Good for you. Their hair is white. Oh, they. It is they. It's they, bitch. We're deciding it's they, unless I guess this is just default because they don't know yet, but who knows? She, they, we'll see. Their eyes are red. There are tufts of feathers where their ears should be. No human has ever looked like this. Being. And yet I feel like I've seen them before. The curve of their jawline, the shape of their eyes, their body, their hair, their voice, they all bother me. I feel like I should know them, that I should recognize those features. Aw, look, you're thinking again. Tell me, what are you thinking about? What you plan to do when you head back home? What you'll eat for breakfast tomorrow? What extra work needs doing? Or maybe, who's trapping you? Where you are, Eve. Where Cerise is? Eve? Cerise? How did you know our names? That got your attention. I know a lot, Eve. Maybe even more than you do. But I can see you're concerned about your dear friend. Don't worry, I know where she is. In fact, I'm more than happy to show you. It'll be just like watching a private movie. How about it? A lump forms in my throat. The cheer in their voice feels forced. The questions, the remarks, they're all hinting at something. Something deeper, something sinister, that the being extends their hands to my face. Their palms cover my eyes, shutting out what little light is present here. Their calloused flesh sits rough against my skin. Here you go. Just for you. A special moment with your dear friend. She recorded and edited a snuff film. This is my thesis for movie editing class. Once again, my vision goes black. Please. Oh my god, it's literally a theater. They're so petty. They are so petty. Are you fucking kidding me? They're so petty. I love that for them. I wake up in a room in front of a flickering projection, a faint square of white light empty of imagery. There's nothing on it yet. The room's silent, save for the whirring of a projector behind my head. It's just like the research film room, ready to screen a movie tape. I hear a familiar click. A film's been loaded into the projector. I don't know who loaded it. Another click, and the film begins. I see Cerise, unconscious, asleep, tied to a tree in the middle of the forest. Just like me, except for the time of day. The dimming honey gold sunset makes everything visible. That giggling? Me too. Yeah, literally. Groggily, she wakes up. Okay, warning, just in case. I don't know if it's actually going to be super graphic. Based off of what we've gotten so far, it might be like kind of middle ground graphic, but just keep that in mind if you're sensitive to torture and violence. Maybe mute stream, go look at some puppies or something. But I'm going to take immense satisfaction in this next sequence. Groggily, she wakes up. As she gathers her bearings, she grows more and more panicked. She screams. Out of anger, out of fear. She wants to be found. She wants to be saved. The white being appears from the undergrowth. Slowly, they walk in front of her. Smile sweetly. Lean down. Cerise is frozen, terrified. They whisper something in her ear. I can't tell what it is. But the more they speak, the more Cerise shakes and struggles to free herself. Cerise finds the knots near the back of the tree. She latches a hand onto one and begins tugging it forward. If she times herself right, she can free herself and run back home. But before the knot makes its way to her front, the being punches her in the face, hard. Cerise is momentarily stunned. She shakes it off. She takes a deep breath. Slowly, she turns towards her captor, gritting her teeth. The projection pauses. Cerise is frozen mid-grimace on the screen. Our captor walks in front. The image of Cerise's face distorts over their pale, thin body. They give me a broad grin. So sorry for the interruption, Eve. I noticed you had trouble hearing what I was saying to Cerise. That's entirely on me. I forgot to turn up the volume earlier. But don't worry, you didn't miss much. This is where things get good, so please take a listen. They bend down and tweak something underneath the projector machine. Before standing up and walking away. And the film resumes. What the fuck did you just do to me? How dare you hit me? How dare... Be quiet! Honestly, mind your manners. Who are you to tell me how to behave? You're in the Haven. I have authority here. I write the rules for this island. I know what's right and wrong better than everyone else. I get to... Oh, Cerise. Cerise. Is that how a leader should act? How a respected community leader should behave? Lording her power over everyone else out loud? Oh, but you can't help it, can you? How do you know my questions? Quick asking so many damn questions. You don't deserve to know. Know who I am, know why I'm here, know what's going to happen to you? Because you're a fucking jerk. Because deep down you love to hurt people. Because you love to shove people around, insult them, and intimidate them. Because you want to be better than everyone else. Because despite how cruel you are to others, your stupid little community never punishes you for it. In fact, they reward you. Your people egg you on, give you more tools to abuse others, always tell you that you're right, even when you fucking aren't. There's a sickening crunch every time their fist connects with Cerise's jaw, her nose, her mouth. She tries to scream, but a hand shoots out to press on her throat, muffling it down to a strangled cry. The punches don't stop. They hit again and again and again, harder and harder. Blood begins to taint their delicate yet punishing hand. Muscle and bone start to peek through the newly bruised, splitting skin. A particularly hard hit lands and a tiny white tooth flies out. Then another. Then yet another. Cerise's captor stops. They step back, pausing to look at their handiwork. Her face is now a bloody mess. She's barely recognizable. You know, Cerise, you may be tolerated in this world, but this world isn't the whole world. You know what most of the world would call you for acting like this? Those insane people that you love to ridicule? A bully. That's all you'll ever be, Cerise. A jealous bully who takes out her anger on everyone else. And you know what bullies like you deserve? With one hand, the being slams Cerise's head against the tree she's bound to. Cerise lets out a guttural howl of pain. They ball their other hand into a fist and raise their thumb. A mocking gesture of approval. This! They thrust their thumb into Cerise's eye socket and begin to twist it. Ah! Ah! Insert screaming here. Oh God. Oh God, oh God. My throat's burning with bile. I think I'm gonna vomit. I can't watch this. This is awful. I can't stand. I have to get out of here. I need to. No one said you could leave, Eve. My body won't leave my seat. My captor wrenches my head forward back to the projection. Yes, puppies. Oh yeah, puppies. Look at those puppies. The being has extracted their prize. Cerise's eyeball glistening and wet with nervous tissue, muscle, and blood cupped in their hand. Turned around with longing, reverent affection, like a sacred relic. How gorgeous. How utterly gorgeous. What a shame this belonged to someone like you. But have no fear. I'll take the other one off you too. Soon it'll all be over. And with that, the being scrunches their hand again, lifts their thumb, shoves it into Cerise's other socket. Cerise shrieks. I can't look away. I witness every single second of its removal. The noises, the sights, the sensations, a dear friend being blinded and beaten to a pulp. I puke on my lap. I can't concentrate anymore. What did I do to deserve this? Breathe, ho! You breathed! You breathed in my direction! You said a word! You existed! You had the audacity to live! That's what. Surely this can't be real. Someone wake me up. Get me out of this awful nightmare. It's a perfect honeymoon. Oh, this is a perfect honeymoon. Oh, quit worrying. You'll miss the finale. And we can't have that, Eve. My gaze is locked onto the projection once again. With vomit all over my uniform, I await the final scene, unable to look away. Bright blood dribbles down Cerise's mouth and neck. All she can do is gurgle unintelligibly. The being slowly draws back, a fist closed around something, hand dripping with gore. Their fingers clasp around the item with the other hand and draw it out. A fleshy, wet organ appears, dangling like a prime cut of meat. This bitch is fucking crazy. Good for them. Good for them. Good for them. Living their best life. They're having a great time. Wait, she really did edit a snuff film? She literally did. Oh my God. They really did go get a camera and a projector. Pettiness. Pettiness level 9,000. They bring the flesh up to their mouth. Nibble. Then bite. Then chew. They chew on Cerise's tongue like a tuck shop candy, savoring each bite, licking their lips with delight. The last well-tasted morsel disappears into their mouth as quickly as it was taken. and dusting off their hands, the being walks off, stained in rust brown and red. Cerise remains behind in the distance, a mutilated lump of flesh left to slowly bleed to death. I hear another loud click. The projection stops and the room disappears. There's light. I can see again. Oh, this looks fun. And I find myself in a shed outside the architectural sex building, surrounded by crafting tools, right next to the old wood chipper used for scrapping old projects. Yes! Ooh, yes, bitch! Oh, please! Oh, hello. It's lovely to have you back. Did you enjoy that little show? It was exciting, wasn't it? I bet you felt like you were missing out. But don't worry. It's your turn with me now. Before we begin, though, I need to make a few arrangements. Oh no, please don't. Please don't hurt me. I start looking for a means to escape. I look outside through the window. It's dawn. No one's there. Since Grace started managing the architectural sect, early hours were abolished. Why would anyone be there? Oh God, help me. Wow, you look so excited already. It's a shame that your surprise will be far more brief than Cerise's. But I'm sure we'll savor every moment we share together. Shall we take the chipper for a test run? My captor presses the wood chipper's switch. With a series of sputters, mechanical whirs, and roars, the machine comes alive. The dial is set to maximum speed. Nearby, the being takes out a folder from the tool shelf. In one fluid gesture, they open it and draw out its contents. Wait. Are those? I thought your papers would be perfect for this little test drive. I mean, they're so easy to shred. No, hang on. Those papers are precious to me. I've worked on them for months. You clearly don't know the value of hard labor, the impact these documents have had. Girl, I'm about to put you in a wood chipper. I think your values are in the wrong place. Oh, that sticks, huh? Literally, that's the part that got her to cry out loud. Embarrassing. My captor doesn't listen to my screams. They open up one of the papers, my seminal work on sect organization that influenced head practices to this day. Ah, they're ignoring me. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh my. I can't read any of this. This is just meaningless, wordy drivel. And you call yourself the head of the research sect. You couldn't even teach the youngest member here with this crap. Shame on you. Well, in they go then. I'm sure no one will miss this. After all, its folder was pretty dusty. Without a care, they tossed my paper into the wood chipper. As my life's work is scrapped, the machine gives a metallic shriek. Out of the machine comes pale puffs of shredded paper. They're too small to piece back together. All my efforts, all my pride, turned into unsalvageable confetti. All I can do is stare. Now you know what it feels like. How much it stings to lose everything that defined you, that made you proud, that made you beloved. And now for the main event. I've heard the Haven is dealing with a lot of bullshit right now. Let's deal with the source of it all. Let me crack my neck in preparation. The bean grabs me, still tied up, and brings me over to the machine. They dangle me into the wide, gaping opening at its top. The deadly gears within whir rapidly, awaiting my imminent arrival. Put me down this instant! Let me go! Why are you doing this? I don't even know who you are. What problem could you possibly have with a researcher trying to better her own community? Oh, so you still haven't figured it out yet? You? The smartest person in the Haven? Wow. The bar must really be on the floor here. Again, the uncomfortable familiarity of their voice burns in the back of my head. Their body, their face. Where had I seen it before? Hey, Eve. Do you remember making somebody's life absolute hell? Hurting her for fun while pretending it was your duty all along? Sending her for a punishment as soon as you could? Because you never believed in her to start with. leaving her to rot, to be forgotten by everyone else. Eve, what did you have against Magda all this time? No. No wonder you seemed familiar. That explains everything. The body, the face, the insanity, all hers. All unforgettable. Magda, I promise. I swear I'll cross my heart and say it again and again. If you spare me now, I'll leave you be forever. I mean this sincerely. I can't die just yet. My community needs me. I have to be there for them, Magda. And besides, there's no reason for you to stay here. You're no longer a part of this world, remember? You're right. I don't plan on coming back here. I'm gonna leave this stupid island once and for all. But you know, something about you always bothered me. For such a good study, you've never questioned the boundaries of the world that confines you. Who set them? Why they existed in the first place. All you did was obey Lady Amorous and punish people indiscriminately. You destroyed people who had done no tangible harm to the haven itself. What kind of scholar are you? I had my fun with you and Cerise, but I'm bored now. So let's get something straight. You're an egotistical hypocrite. You just won't admit it. Now, let's get this over with. I've got other things I need to do. Goodbye. No, wait. Ah! Please, I'm not screaming. I can't scream, obviously. It's gonna break my mic. My grandma's gonna be like, what are you doing? I can't scream bloody murder, unfortunately. But please imagine in your heads, in great detail, the agonizing wailing of a dumb bitch. Aww, poor baby. So unfortunate. Eve's legs twitched wildly as she shrieked. Now, as the machine chokes on her torso, her limbs have gone limp, draping over the lip of the opening. Chunks of gore lie trapped between the blades, a smashed eyeball spread on a knife edge. The remains of a stomach, contents poured everywhere, the coil of an intestine woven in between the teeth of the gears. She's gone. She's really gone. Ha! I did it! I did it! I did it! They're finally gone. Thank you, Niels. Thank you. Thank you for letting me experience this wonderful, satisfying feeling, for letting me be free, for helping me fall in love with my impulses, my deep desires. Thank you, Niels. Good grief. We love our spouse, our beloved, angel? I don't know what the fuck Niels is at this point. They're whatever they want to be, honestly. It feels so good to finally listen to myself. Niels says nothing. I can sense them here with me, but only faintly. Maybe they're tired. But it was so much fun, and cathartic too, and I want more. This isn't enough. I need to find another. Another to play with. Another to share my misery with. But who? Who will be next? Oh, I know. Why is Niels quiet? Yeah, Niels is like, Jesus Christ, damn bitch, okay. Why is Niels quiet? Wake up, bitch. We're having fun together. Are you not having a good time? What is the matter? We're on our honeymoon. Why are you not having a great time? Mado, you better fucking not. Please give me a fucked up evil ending and not rip something out of my hands. I'm begging on my knees. Pretty please. Niels, if you're not having fun, just say we can go to get a Wendy's. If I look hard enough through these windows, then maybe I'll be able to find her. I've never seen the head apartments. I don't know what I'm looking for. I pass by 2 vacant rooms. One room's filled with instruments and measurements, old yellow drawings of a team on a corkboard, a few thank you letters pinned nearby. The other's filled with a library of books and a stack of scribbled-on drafts. Fan letters tacked up all along the bed frame, so a neat nearby shelf of tea lights would hit words of gushing admiration just right. Somehow, I knew that both rooms would remain empty. Ah, there's her little name placard. On the inside, next to her robes, That has to be her dorm. If I slip through the window quietly, she should be there. Yeah, she'll definitely be there. Sleeping, enjoying a rest she long went without. Getting through the window was easier than I thought. All that barred my entry was a set of soft floral curtains. They swished at me haplessly. I thought the head dorms would be more guarded than this. But this is the haven we're talking about. Most people wouldn't dare to enter anyone's unlocked room, let alone a head's apartment. Oh, fuck. Sorry, right-clicked. Right, what do we have here? I look around the room. It's far more plain than I imagined. But still, it's certainly more comfortable than standard haven fare. I examine the luxuries afforded to those lucky enough to be a sect head. A private bathroom cubicle, a small study, a little living room, doilies decorate most of the tables, little potted plants sit on every surface, perfectly watered and blooming with health. Framed photographs of other members adorn the walls. A painted portrait of Lady Amorous sits over the fireplace. Underneath, a particularly elegant bouquet sits on the mantel. I catch sight of a door and peek through. There's the foot of a bed and a row of neatly arranged slippers. Right, that's it, the bedroom. I enter the bedroom. 2 windows open up to a beautiful view of the forest and a small garden. Everything, as with all the other rooms in this apartment, is neat, a perfect pocket of tranquility. I look over to the bed. The knitted quilt and simple white sheets cover a small figure. She lies there, fast asleep. She looks so peaceful. Grace, I wonder if you're having a nice dream right now. If you think your room is more comfortable than the dorm we once shared. If you miss the company, my company, our friendship. I wonder how easy it would be to hurt you. How I'd make you suffer, like Eve, like Cerise. How your neck might snap if I grabbed it and pressed hard. How you'd sound if you choked. You're right there. It's in my grasp. I can just wrap my hands around you, grip tight, squeeze at that vulnerable little throat, crush it like... Magda? She sounds on the verge of tears. Her voice chokes up as she utters that name. Despite the relative comfort she lives in, she turns around, face down in the pillow, gripping the soft fabric tighter, like she was trying to cling on to something. What the fuck was I thinking? This won't help at all. Oh God, oh my God, oh God, oh God, oh God, I was just about to kill Grace. I need to get out, now. My skin's going all bumpy. I'm sweating all over. My hands are shaking. It's sinking in. What I've done. What I was about to do. It's all sinking in. No. Those impulses back there. They were mine. I'm not violent, not normally. On my own, I never would have thought to do that to Grace. If I wasn't like this, I would have never done that. Oh God, I don't want to go back. I need to get off this island. Oh, for crying out loud. Niels? Why didn't you kill that human? Didn't she hurt you like those other 2 women? Why didn't you punish her? I can't do it. I can't kill her. She didn't do anything. I think I should just... She didn't do anything? My ass! She turned in your diary. She didn't do anything to stop Cerise and Eve from hurting you. She didn't comfort you or make anything better. All she did was act nice to you and be a half-decent roommate, unlike literally everyone else in this godforsaken place. She did the bare minimum. For heaven's sake, she sided with the jackasses you killed instead of you, her friend. I'm sorry, Niels. I just couldn't. I froze up. For some reason, the thought of hurting her didn't feel right. It didn't feel like I wanted it to. I mean, I wanted to hurt her. I really did. I wanted her to feel what I felt. The pain of being watched and hurt in the most intimate, the most personal, the absolute safest place you know. But when I tried, you didn't go through with it. No, you couldn't go through with it. Shame. But Your decisions are your own, I suppose. Just stop crying already. I need to get to work soon, to take care of my own business. But something's telling me you're not done. You still want to see someone, don't you? You're heading out, Mus? Okay, bye, Mus! Actually, yes. There's one more person I want to see. Then get to it. It's close to morning already. I only have so much patience left. Right, here we are. This building. I haven't seen it in ages. Ooh. I haven't been inside since forever ago. I wonder if she's still there. Painting by herself. Drawing out new projects. Helping to set up for the day. I guess there's only one way I'll find out. The rooms don't look any different. Just empty. I walk by each studio, peering in as I go. No one is there. Sketches, sculptures, notes all lie around, untouched. The atmosphere is calm and quiet. I continue down the main corridor till I see a familiar door. Ah, here it is. The main studio. The easels are all where I remember them being. Work has carried on as usual. The space that was once mine has now been occupied by the elaborate project of a new member. On my former easel is an illustration. A crowd of uniformed girls surrounding Lady Amorous. They're listening to her, raising their hands in admiration and deference. I roll my eyes. But in the middle of the room, all alone, she sits. The one I'm looking for. Maria. She's quiet, lost in thought, brush in hand. She pauses and lifts the brush to her piece, a piece I cannot see. I move closer. Aww. She's painting our illustration. Too bad I want to kill her too. It's a beautiful nature scene. It can't be anything else but beautiful. I always knew that Maria was the most talented artist on the island. Her brushstrokes are delicate, deftly, and carefully placed like luxurious embroidery. I can't look away. It's too masterful. I'm sorry. I know that this is placeholder art to be like I'm not painting a whole ass scene. Are you kidding me? But it does ring a little funny that it's like, oh, it's a beautiful nature scene. It's a single tree. Me too. She traced your art, get her ass. Literally, damn, can't even come up with her own work now? Wow. I wonder if she's planning to exhibit this somewhere. The effort is astounding. But something about this painting disturbs me. Something about this piece is achingly familiar. I've seen this image before, a long time ago. The flowers, the birds, the tree. Those flowers, those birds, that tree. Ah, where have I seen them all before? Why do I recognize them? The colors, the species. Okay, pause really quick. I get that she's having kind of second thoughts at the moment. Niels is just right, though. Niels is literally just right. Just because you go back and you remember, the few good moments that you had with people, and the fact that, yes, maybe somebody wasn't entirely bad and evil, that doesn't actually change anything that happened. Nothing. Nostalgia is an evil, evil, evil thing. It will blind you to the reality of your past existence, the past experiences that you've had. And your brain obviously wants to try and reassociate things with positive feelings. So don't trust that. If you left a situation because it was painful and difficult and you were unhappy or being hurt, just because you think back to it and there's some moments where you were like, oh, well, that wasn't too bad, doesn't actually change literally anything. So Niels, 100% right. I literally don't feel any sympathy for any of these people. Niels has never been wrong except about the leaving heaven thing. That was a misplay. Yeah, that was their only mistake. Everything else, Niels was 100% correct. The patterns, the shapes, and composition. Why are they so familiar? Why? Why? Oh. It's mine. It's all mine. My concept, my ideas, my notes. And Maria took them for her own work. Maria, of all people. I need to tell her that I'm here. She needs to know that I'm still alive, that I'm free, that I've got a lot of questions for her about her painting, about what Cerise said to me in that prison cell, about how she sees me now. I don't really care what she says, but whether she cared about me or not, I just want to hear her one last time before I leave here forever. So I'll ask her. I'll reach out and ask her. I'll ask her right now. Maria? No response. She still paints, shading in grass around the roots of the tree. Maybe she's half asleep. I think it's past midnight now. She might be on autopilot. Let's try again. Maria? Hello? It's me, Magda. Do you remember me? Still nothing. Not even a jolt of recognition. Maria continues to paint away at the blades of grass, drawing in each little flower, each little tuft of leaves. I'll walk around to check if she's all there. I've never seen someone more awake. Eyes blinking, focused on the canvas, paused in thought. She hardly looks tired. I'll just wave my hands in front of her. Maybe she'll budge then. Maria, it's me, Magda. Remember? She didn't notice. Her eyes followed my hand. She knew I was there. But she's still sitting there, painting like nothing had happened. Like I was the air in the room, invisible. Ah. Okay. I see. I know what this is. It's not that she can't see me. It's just that she refuses to see me. In other words, she's pretending I don't exist. So this is what Cerise meant. Maria is pretending she never met me, that she never guided me, that she never cared about me in the first place. So why would throwing away my art or stealing my concepts matter? As far as she's concerned, they've materialized out of thin air, out of her own inspiration. My eyes are stinging again. I can't believe this. I can't fucking believe this. Your work inspired me. You were so kind to me even when everyone else hurt and isolated me. Maria, I loved you so much. So why, after everything you've seen and felt, why would you be just like them? Fine then. If Maria doesn't want to care, then she doesn't need to. I'll just leave now. There's nothing left for me here. I'll go and restart my life, figure something out along the way. Good riddance. So what's the holdup? Let's go. We've got a long distance to cover across the lake. I step away from Maria and turn to the door, ready to leave. But I have to get Niels on board with my plan. They need to help me take flight, so I need them to let me go. Niels? Niels? Are you there? Are you ready to leave? I'm ready to go if you are. I'm sick of this already. I'm sick of you already. What is with you and your cowardly behavior? She hurt you, just like that other girl. Why would you let her get away with it? Why aren't you doing anything about it? I know she hurt me, but hurting her back wouldn't be satisfying. So let's just start over somewhere else. Oh, quit lying to yourself. You enjoyed killing Cerise and Eve earlier. Was it making them feel your pain satisfying? To be honest, I don't know. I did like it at first, but the more I think about it, the more I doubt those violent impulses are just my own. So Niels, I need you to stop. There's nothing more for us in this place. I don't feel comfortable doing any more than we did. Let's just go. Fine. I'll take over from here. I didn't ask for you to take full control, Niels. Did you forget? We both have stakes in this. I have my own errands to run on this island. This isn't just about you anymore. I have a terrible feeling about this. What they're thinking, what they're planning, I can't let them take over. They're going to do something awful, I just know it. Just let them. And what of it? I'm sorry. I can't stand Magda. I really fucking can't. I really can't. I can't. Niels is right. This is a cult. This is a cult. Who fucking cares? Literally. This... Niels gives her a second chance. Gives her the satisfaction of finally getting to have the upper hand. Gives her all this power. And now she's like, no, you don't get your half of the deal. Girl, shut the fuck up. This has been really good. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the game in your stream. Oh my gosh, thank you for stopping in, Nightosphere. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you another time. Take care. So you get to watch over their shoulder as the poor little Meow Meow does awful crimes. It's literally the dream half of Tumblr wants. Ungrateful. I'm so mad. Like, I don't... I'm not necessarily writing, like, critique of the writing choices. Moreover, Magda's personality, I'm not here for it. Niels is right. Niels is right. I need to stop whatever they're doing. Get them to let go of my faculties now. But Niels violently shoves my consciousness to the side. There's a stronger, more powerful, more dominant. I struggle, but there's little use. They now have full command of my body. Now, since you're too weak to do it, I'll help you. Allow me to demonstrate a proper revenge. Niels' leg swivels around, bringing me into the center of the studio. The body takes a janky step forward. Yes, then another. Then another. Yes, Niels! I mechanically walked all the way back. They get closer to Maria. And closer. And closer. I can't stop them. They stand behind Maria. Maria, who still doesn't notice us, who still works diligently at her canvas. And then... with one violent stab, they jam their hand in Maria's chest. Yes! Sweet joy. Maria lets out a choked cry. Her paintbrush drops. Her life flutters out of her eyes. Niels gives a quick tug and pulls something out. Something muscly, red, and throbbing. Maria's heart. Oh, fuck. They ripped out Maria's heart. She's really... sweet suffering. I've thought about killing a human like this for so long. It feels so warm, so wet, so delicate. I've longed to do it, to feel their weak little organs struggle in my hands like mine did in theirs. But you know, I've always wondered something. How does a human heart taste? Please don't do it. Put her heart back. Leave her body be. Come on now, be a little adventurous. I know you've lived on an island all your life, but it's time you tried something new. So here's to you, Lilia. To your newfound rage. With disturbing confidence, they raise the organ high like a celebratory drink. The flesh is promptly brought to their lips. Without hesitation, the heart is crammed into my mouth so densely that I can barely breathe. I'm forced to savor it. I taste the metallic fluid as it's romantic. You know, when couples feed each other spaghetti on a fork. This really is a honeymoon, isn't it? Wow. Sharing a meal by moonlight. Oh, peak romance. Niels knows really how to treat a lady. It smears across my lips and trickles down my throat. They force me to chew, to break up the muscle, to tear it to shreds with my teeth. I hate how good it tastes. Humans say that revenge is a dish best served cold. But for me, that's too long a wait. I always like mine straight from the source, warm and raw. Niels, kiss me! Don't you? I don't want to answer them. If I try to puke, to get her flesh out of mine, to stop consuming her... Niels forces me to swallow, closes my throat to force it down, keeps it in my belly where I can't take it out. I can't control my own body anymore. Niels has taken over. Oh no, how awful! I've made yet another terrible mistake. I trusted a monster who never understood humans to begin with. They might have been kind once. They might have tried to care, but I guess my gut was right. My suffering had made them mad. Oh, their suffering had made them mad. And what of it? I can fix her. Well, I accept them just as they are. And I've decided that her actions are funny. They were a monster waiting to be unleashed from their dark prison underground. And now that I've freed them, I literally don't feel bad. Not in the slightest. No empathy. None. None. Take over her mind, Niels, please. Shut her up. I'm tired of her. She's boring. Shut her up. And now that I've freed them, they own my body forever. They can do what they please. Harm anyone they wish. Kill anything they want. This is you now. This is you. You're bound together. Might as well make the most of it. Literally. I barely recall what Niels does next. I'm drowning in the dark of Niels, crammed into their subconscious, trying to keep my head above the waves. My mind bobs up and down. And as if they don't have the right. As if they don't have the right to be angry. As if they don't have the right to destroy such a terrible place. And you can sit there and you can probably argue if you want to be devil's advocate. Well, a lot of those people were just innocent. They didn't know any better. And? Do I feel bad? Not really. Nope. Because for Niels, it's literally like, so what? Literally everybody in this place benefited from Niels' suffering. Every single one of them. For decades. Decades! That seems like a them problem. Not a Niels problem. It's not a Niels problem. Screams and cries that pierce my ears, buildings reduced to ashes, blood on my Niels' hands, snapped bones, torn stomachs, the taste of flesh. I hear Niels speaking. Lady Amorous screaming at them, begging them to stop. They boast of their freedom, their determination to raise the haven to the ground, their intent to kill her as painfully as possible, all in my voice. As they should. I don't see what Niels does to Amorous. I lose consciousness fast. All I see is the aftermath, a mass of pulpy, beaten flesh and bone, the sting of our hands, the ribbons of intestines torn open and thrown around. Not even Cerise had been beaten this hard. I lose consciousness again. Girl, and? I come back. We're hovering above the island. I look down. It's a ruin. The forest has been razed. Smoke billows everywhere. Corpses carpet the ground like seeds. The sanctuary known as the Haven has finally been destroyed. Niels huffs proudly. I haven't felt like this good in forever. You have no idea how long I've wanted to do this. Making that hag suffer. Making our whole world suffer after they used me and ate me. And now, I get to go wherever I want. I'm not beholden to anyone. Can you believe it, Lilia? I'm going to save everyone. I finally know how to save all of humanity. There's no way I'll fail, because if they refuse me, if they try to hurt me again, I'll know just how to treat them. Just like I treated everyone on this island. Ugh. You've had your fun. Quit gloating. Oh, Magda? Want to do something? Got a plan? A vision? A dream? I don't know. I want to go somewhere. Anywhere. I don't care. I just need to get out. To leave. I can't be here anymore. Niels helps me fly further into the sky. With alarming speed, my body is lifted into the air. I try not to look back. I don't know where I'm going, or what I'll do when I get there. I don't know if anybody's left on the island. Any survivors? Anyone who knew what I did? I don't know whether Niels will turn on me, whether I'll be able to fight them off, whether we'll enter some wretched coexistence, ideally. I only know one thing. The deaths I brought about, willingly or not. The death of the haven and the safety it offered to so many. The death of the island itself. I'll be haunted by them forever. By every moment that led to them, by everyone who made it happen, by everything I was then, by the nothing I am now. And most of all, by the knowledge that I'll never escape what I did for as long as I live. And? Niels was right. Niels was right. Niels was right. We're all in agreement, right? Niels was right, right? Right? I'm glad we're all on the same page. I'm glad we're all on the same page because, yeah, no, Magda, girl, no spine. None. Zero. This was amazing. I know. Oh my god. This is so fucking awesome. Oh, yes. Excellent. Fucking excellent. Chef's kiss. Mado, you are a genius. This story was so fucking cool. This is awesome. I'm thrilled. Thrilled to bits. Shaking and screaming. Screaming without the S. And you, thank you for playing. Yay! I'm so pleased right now. This hits. This hits so many beats. So many beats. Ooh. Ooh? What's this? All around me, the world is burning. Buildings I once lived in, burning. Forest I once walked through, burning. People I lived with, burning. Corpses as far as the eye can see, their faces are contorted in silent screams of agony. Somehow, by sheer luck, I managed to escape my dorm. I woke up fast. The screaming and the smoke was everywhere. I gathered everything I could, ran outside. If I'd stayed in bed any longer, if I had slept. No, I don't want to think about it. I can't let it sit in my mind. I need to find somewhere safe. Find somewhere where they won't find me. I don't know who or what caused this. Why did they do something so terrible? But for Lady Amorous' sake, I hope they're caught. I hope they're punished. Brutally. Where can I hide, though? Where to go? If the fire traps me, if the monster finds me, then I'll have to go there. I have to hide there. Remain hidden in a place that few know exists. Lady Amorous, please forgive me. Demote me if you must. Hurt me if you have to. I just need to be safe. But she dead. She's super dead. She's like mega dead. I run towards the assembly hall. The fire hasn't caught up. No one stopped me. But the things I've seen, the bodies writhing in agony, all our work, all our labor, all our effort being... No. Grace! Don't linger, Grace. Don't even think about pausing. Get out of here. Once this all goes away, once this ends, you'll go back. Then you can see what remains. I have to go outside. I need to run further, deeper, faster into the forest. All the trees are burning, but I must push through. If I run a little further, I'll definitely find shelter. Outside, the trees are starting to burn. I have to keep on going, push further, get closer and closer to my goal. There it is, that concrete building, the one we taped her going into, where people would get into trouble for entering, let alone seeing it. Where the lab was. Whenever Lady Amorous visited this building, I went with her. She'd go about her business while I visited. That girl in her cell, She'd never let me into the lab while she was working. This wasn't the usual way we reached the building, though. On regular days, the force path was too long to navigate for busy sect heads. So a secret route was made, one that connected the head dorms to the building's basement. It was for this reason that normal Haven members could never enter the head dorms. No one in the Haven was allowed to know about this building. No one except Lady Amorous and the sect heads. And even then, Lady Amorous always had to be there when we entered. Doing this on my own, without her, that's against the rules. A high-class offense. They're so delusional. They're so delusional. Oh my god. This is why I don't feel bad. They're so lost in the delusion. It's like, there's no way. What can you fucking do? And they're just gonna keep... Honestly, here's my prediction. She's gonna be the next, quote-unquote, Lady Amorous, and she's gonna start this shit all fucking over again. And prove that it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. None of these people are worth it. None of them. Even somebody who was, quote-unquote, nice, quote-unquote, doing the right thing, doing what she thought was right, you can still be a bad person. I can't think of any better place to hide. I hope Lady Amorous understands once this is all over. Lilia comes back to Scorchless Place again? Ideally. The concrete building's steel door is wide open. Quickly, I slip inside and slam it behind me. Inside, there's rubble everywhere. The ceiling's blasted open. I can see the haze of burning fire brushed across the sky. I hope this will keep me safe. Please let me be safe. I look around for the most shaded, least visible spot. I rush there and sit down, dropping all my things on the floor, hugging my legs to my chest, pressing my face into my knees. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to die. Aw, weird how that works. Time passes. More time passes. Even more time passes. I remain, curled up, unmoving, praying for it all to be over. The screams grow more distant. The blazing fires seem to grow ever more quiet. I pray for there to be survivors. I pray for others to have hidden, to be able to help me, to be able to rebuild from this nightmare. What did we do to deserve this? We lived quietly, peacefully, and by the books. Our rules were strict, but they were there to help. We abhorred insanity, protected ourselves from it, rooted it up when we found it here. Yet in the end, insanity won over us. Were we even stopping it at all? Eventually, everything outside goes silent. I get up. I walk over to the entryway, placing my steps carefully so I don't make a noise. Gingerly, I open the door by a crack. No response. I widen it a little more. No response. Again. A little more. A little more. A little more. No response. No response. No response. The door is fully open. I step outside and look around. The forest isn't burning anymore. All I see are remnants of trees and bushes, piles of ash and thick, billowing columns of greasy smoke. I make my way back home in complete silence. I think whoever did this is long gone. But I must remain vigilant. I don't want to be attacked. Not now. No one's here. There are more bodies. More columns of smoke, more dead trees, more piles of ash. Everything is still and gray. I don't know. I don't want to know what happened to my friends. Those I cared about. Those I admired. Cerise, Eve, Lady Amorous. I want to believe that they're still alive, but I shouldn't look for them. If I tried finding them, if I knew how they died, what they died from, I'd never be able to forget it. And I don't want their bodies to be my last memories of them. How am I supposed to feel about this? All of this in front of me, seeing my home razed to the ground, finding my community reduced to corpses. Yeah, no, you really shouldn't look at whatever mulch Eve is right now. Yeah, seriously. Seeing my entire world turn to ash, knowing that I might be the only member left. I want to drop to my knees and cry. I want to howl, to sob, to scream. I want to mourn the little time that I had with Lady Amorous, with my friends, with making things better here. I had so much more to do, to say, to make. All while living off of an angel's body because I am a psychopath and so are all the people that... Good grief. But the feelings don't come out. Something stoppers them, leaving me in some laughable parody of calmness. There's nothing left for me here, is there? All I can do now is leave. Forever. If I want to survive, if I want to live, to remember, I guess I have no choice. It takes several minutes, maybe even an hour, but eventually I reach the Haven's port. All of my things that I saved are in tow. Generally, leaving the island is frowned upon. However, to thrive, we did need outside resources. We couldn't survive with the resources here alone. This was why the ports existed. Heads and sometimes a handful of particularly well-esteemed research sect members would trade heaven-produced goods for mainland goods. Goods like food, tools, books. Right now, the only boat that's docked is a wooden rowboat. Probably wasn't worth destroying, not even worth considering. It's small and old, fit for a short trip made by 1 or 2 people. I'm hardly strong. I've only rowed once or twice before, but the boat before me is my only way off this island, my only chance at survival. With some hesitation, I step inside the boat. It rocks gently against my weight. The lake water that cradles its hull sloshes. As I bring my hands to the first tight knot of rope tying the boat to the quayside, my heart hammers against my chest. I'm leaving. Forever. Come on, Grace. You can't panic now. Breathe. In and out, in and out, in and out. You can do this. You can get yourself out of here. You will survive. With some fumbling, I pick the knot undone. 2 more to go. 2 more until I enter the unknown. After the last knot is pulled apart, the boat comes free with little issue. It begins to gently drift away, slowly rocked by the waves of the lake. I push my foot against the side of the dock and launch the boat towards the mainland. A mainland I had only set foot on once or twice before. As I sit in the boat, I realize I've touched the haven for the last time. I'm never coming back. I'm going away. Into a world I was hiding from all this time. But I don't have any other option. No matter where I'll go, I'll always face insanity. I grab the oars in front of me and begin to row. I try to mimic Cerese's rowing back when we collected new books for our libraries. How her arms moved, how she held the oars. Her oar strokes made clean cuts through the waters, propelling the boat forward quickly and easily. Mine are choppy, getting the oars sucked into the lake again and again. It takes all my strength to avoid losing one to the depths below. But even so, even with all my struggles, my boat moves closer and closer to the mainland. If I keep on doing this, if I have the strength to keep on doing this, maybe I'll reach the mainland safely. There may be surviving members there, those who had left to trade, those who might have stayed overnight to carry out a complicated deal. Where everything else is burning to the ground too, literally. They might still be there. They'll answer the needs of any Haven member. Listen to my terrible tale. They'll help me, help their head, help their last leader. We'll still be able to keep our community alive, continue Lady Amarys's legacy, rebuild what we've lost. All I have is hope, but I'm desperately clinging on to it. I hope that something better lies ahead, that despite everything, my world will survive. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, Haven. Help me. Damn, that's crazy. Well, I'm mad she's alive. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't like that at all. So Niels was right. They had every right to do what they did. Hell, they gave Magda so many opportunities. So many fucking opportunities. But fucking trapped in her own fucking bullshit. Even when all of that was thrown back in her face with Maria, and she was like self-reflecting, She didn't even apply that to Niels. Didn't even cross her fucking mind. Even in the last moments, even the few times that she would be like, that's right, I did break my promise. I didn't follow through. Yeah, well, and? You're right. Nobody feels sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for her in relation to Niels. Everything else, yeah, girl, I'm sorry. It's a crazy cult. Like, of course that fucking sucked. You were in a cult, literally. Obviously that was terrible. Obviously you had every right to do drastic measures and do dumb shit and whatever. And I get that. I really do. But when it came to Niels gave her options. All Niels fucking asked was like, hey, I'm probably gonna die soon. And I haven't had anybody come down here who has done anything other than cut my insides open and eat me alive. So, like, it would be kind of cool if, I don't know, you could show me a kindness. And then she didn't fucking do it. Shrugs. I do have opinions on cults and people sucked into them. Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, we're talking, like, real people, real situations. Obviously, that is a completely different scenario. But we're talking about, like, the added level of, like, magic and inherent, like, severity of the fact that, like, Niels was literally being kept and eaten alive for decades and decades. And despite all of that, their first encounter with a human who doesn't do that to them, it's not anger. It's not lashing out. It's not fury. And I suppose you could argue, theoretically, like they were like lying in wait, waiting for the day that they would have an opportunity and it presented itself to them. But like they were delirious for all the times that they were awake. So like, I don't think that they've been sitting there planning anything. They just finally had somebody show up that got them to be awake for a long enough period of time and didn't cut into them or do something fucked up to them. And they were like, you know what'd be cool? If I wasn't in this situation anymore. So like, I don't know, bestie, if you could help me out perhaps? Be a little bit kind, show a little bit of kindness. But Magda has like apparently no self-reflection skills whatsoever. None. Zero. She has no critical thinking skills. She was like, even if like Maria's lesson was 100% from a place of like, nope, fuck you two. You are just as terrible as everybody else here. Like, she did have a point. Like that message of like, I get you're wrapped up in your own bullshit right now. But the fact that you cannot look out around you and actually see what other people are going through is kind of a problem. To the point that you can't find a way to relate to people on that front. You can't find a way to connect to people on that front. I don't know. Obviously, I think there's some more details to the story, like the exact nature of what happened with her first assembly that could probably change my opinions. But as it is, I don't feel bad for Magda in the end. I felt bad for her up until the point where she was basically picking a fight with Niels after Niels handed exactly what she wanted on a platter. Again, Niels explained, hey, I didn't put those thoughts in your mind. All I do is bring them out. Just because that's how you feel and you stifled yourself for so fucking long. Probably because you had no outlet. Is not my problem. Don't blame that on me. What the... Like, as if Niels could be literally anything else. Again, Niels pushed to the edge. Last desperate moments, even in their last moments, was literally grabbing Magda by the shoulders and being like, what the hell are you talking about? These people are bad. Just because you're having a moment of doubt because they literally manipulated you and brainwashed you does not reflect reality. There's only so much you can do in that situation. And what was Niels supposed to do? Just be like, yeah, I'm just going to be under the control of another human who's just going to do whatever the hell she wants instead of listening to me or how I feel. Obviously, Niels turned on her. Obviously. What other option? What? What other option? I think Magda pretty quickly forgot mid-rampage that the alternative to this was being imprisoned and beaten forever. Literally! She was really like, you know what? But this is kind of mean. You know, it's not gonna make me feel better. It's not gonna fix anything. No. Actually, it probably would have made you feel a little bit better. To know those people no longer fucking existed. And then you could move on with your fucking life. I don't know. That was a great story, though. Great story overall. It's always a good story when it gets you worked up and wanting to talk about character motivations and just the plot in general. Niels, my beloved. My fucking beloved. You're perfect. You're flawless. You keep doing what you're doing, baby, because love that for you. I'm so happy you got what you wanted, bestie. Literally, for real. Oh my gosh. Oh man. All right. 2 hours. Wow, we only had 2 hours left on this game, huh? Let's see though. I am hungry though. It is 6 p.m. because we started a little late. So, I am going to see if I can... Ooh, Chi-Chi! Chi-Chi is on and she is playing Hollow Knight. That's a good break from the intensity of the game we just had. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over to Chi-Chi. She's super sweet. She's a friend. Love her 2 bits. And I'll probably be uploading this VOD onto YouTube, ideally, because, why not? Thank you so much for streaming, Yonti. Thank you for watching, Cake. I'm so glad you were just as enthusiastic to see about the next part because, oh my gosh. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was lying awake, thinking thoughts. I'm just saving this to brag. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look at that in a minute. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The usual. You know how it goes. Hopefully I don't have to delay it again. But yeah. Good night!